explain away why these buildings were built. It's very weird. I'm still investigating this, and I fully intend on doing a deep dive on this one when the timing is right. But let's just entertain the idea that the world fairs are why these buildings exist. A couple weird things is, like, they said that a lot of those buildings were built with just cardboard, which, and not only that, but they were built within a year time frame. Well, some of the buildings that are still standing, they ain't made of cardboard, or people wouldn't be working out of them. I mean, come on, guys, what are we talking about? How did settlers with horse and buggy build these intricate, symmetrically perfect and beautiful structures in 1 year, all just to tear most of it down a year later? So we're gonna build all of this just to tear it all down. For what? There's so much more to it. The fact that they may have spanned part of the whole globe, at least a big, large portion of Asia and Russia and Europe, but the fact that it also existed potentially here, that there was a worldwide civilization that had technology build these buildings. While we're on the subject of these buildings, they all sort of have something in common. A lot of them seem to have a lot of similarities, and that would be the domes and the little antennas on the top of these domes, and makes you wonder, why did they build it like that? Now, if someone were to say, like, oh, well, that's just the easy way to do it, it looked pretty and it was easy to do. Wrong. That is not the easy way to do it. The easy way to do it is to build a square-ass structure. But I have a suspicion there's a reason they didn't build square-ass structures like we do now. Those domes and antennas were receivers for what we like to call, what conspiracy theorists like to call, unlimited free energy. You know, that thing that Tesla got pretty close to before Papa Morgan silenced him? I'm kidding. He didn't him, but, you know, he basically silenced him and ruined his career the second he found out he was working on something that had to do with free energy. Makes you wonder, were the pyramids Tartarian? Because I think the pyramids are energy devices, free energy devices. I think these domes and antennas are all built like that because it's not the easier way to do it. In fact, it's certainly more difficult to build it that way. There would have had to have been a purpose for it, and that purpose would have been to broadcast and receive, especially, free energy from the atmosphere or wirelessly from wherever it's being sent out from. Maybe the pyramids were broadcasting the free energy, and as long as you built a building with that dome and antenna, maybe you were able to receive energy and have unlimited wireless power. Now the question is, what happened? Let's just take stock for a second and say that Tartaria did exist, and not only did it exist globally, it was also right here in the good old United States of America. America, man! Let's just say it existed in America for a second. The next question that comes to my mind is, what happened? What happened to Tartaria? What happened to all the buildings? Why don't we live like that now? Good question. That part of the conspiracy theory is what leads us to what is known as the mud floods. It's got a certain ring to it, you know? Mud flood. Mud flood. Sounds better than mud catastrophe. The theory is that there was a massive catastrophe that created